Alright guys, welcome back. So we got a little bit more work done to this bayliner here. I went and I removed the engine cover so we could see what we're working with. I also vacuumed out the boat, got most of the junk out of it. I mean, there's still a little bit left. We didn't do a 100% vacuum job because we're going to power wash this thing and clean it all out. Hopefully some of that stuff will wash right out. Like I said, we cleaned down in the engine bay. We vacuumed all the stuff out of there, so there's nothing there, so there shouldn't be anything to obstruct any water coming out the plug in the bottom. So we got the seats up. We took everything out of the seats, vacuumed in there. So now what I'm doing is I just grabbed myself some Dawn dish soap because that works really good. I'm going to come into the garage here and I find myself a bucket right here, and I also have a nice little scrubbing brush right here next to the chicken feed, so we'll grab that. I don't need the boys soccer or skateboard guards. So we are going to set up and see if we can't clean some more of the garbage and everything off. So we're going to use a little bit of Dawn dish soap in here. There you go. Dawn is actually really good for cleaning because it takes all the oils and everything off of the boat, so it strips everything down pretty good. Let me just get rid of this power cord here, and we'll add a little water to the soap and see if we can't scrub some of this clean. So let's see. Alright, a nice bucket of some soapy water. So let's see if I can't set this somewhere. Oh, there we go. So I got that kind of set up a little bit. So maybe you can see, hopefully. Let's see if we can't scrub some of this clean. And at least get some of the grime off here. Oh yeah, that's taken a bunch of that crud off already. Oh, what's up, Donnie? What's going on? Like the new boat? It's great. Yeah. Not too bad, huh? I just bought this morning. $400. Not too bad though. It's just dirty. What do you think? I'll be able to take it down the lake over there and go out and do some boating, you know? Not have to go all the way to the camp. So I'm going to take this wood off later. see if I can't bend this up a little bit. There we go. Maybe get it a little bit better. How's that look? No, not too bad. That's a little bit better. So I am going to take this wood off here later. I want to sand it down, re-stain it up and urethane it. But for right now, I'm just leaving it because I just kind of want to just do a little bit of a clean. Like I said, it's not going to be a perfect clean. I just want to get a little bit of the crud off of it. See what we're really kind of working with here. I mean, God, the amount this thing is cleaning up. Got some hard water down there. We'll have to use some other stuff, but again, like I said, I'm just giving it a quick, real quick once over, just so it don't look too bad. Well, I want to see how much of that come off already. Oh, man. Oh, God, I don't know if you can see the mud running off, but whew, there was some good mud running off of this thing. Some really good mud. Oh, look at that. Ah, it's even better with this. Oh, absolutely. Man, just doing that's going to make it look brand new. With all the mold, grime. Oh my God. Unbelievable. It's like a new boat already. Ugh. You wouldn't believe how much stuff is actually coming off of this thing. I'm telling you, it's just Dawn dish soap. Dawn dish soap cuts, grease, and grime. It's not too abrasive. Just from giving it a wash. I mean, seriously. Just that little bit. I mean, we haven't even repolished the gel coat yet. None of that. That'll take off the oxidation, but just with the dirt on it, I mean, brightens it up. Let me rinse it off a little bit more. Alright, so let me show you what I'm talking about here. So here, look at how nice and clean that is. That's what it looked like. Look at that. Look at how nice and clean that is. See, there's still a little bit more in here. Look at, I can wipe it off, get it with my finger. I mean, look how clean the top is right here, just right here. So let's look at the front where I did half. see where I wiped it down already? See where I didn't? Look at the difference in the color just from a quick wash with a little bit of Dawn dish soap. Down there I'll probably need some super clean or something like that to get some of that hard water stains off. But I mean, here, let me get right here. So I mean, look at that. I just hit it with this. Get right in there with this. Right in those corners. Right underneath that cleat. Look at that. I mean, that is absolutely 150% better already. And really, it's coming off pretty dang effortlessly. Like I said, it's just mostly grime from sitting, you know. I mean, it's a perfect example, right? People buy it, they use it, they use them on the weekends. If they're lucky, they get every weekend. If not, you know, it's whenever they kind of get to it. When they go, oh my God, look at that, just rubbing up there. Look at the difference. Just doing that. I mean, look at that, filthy, and how clean that's coming just from rubbing that. I mean, look at that. Must have got hit by a tree or a little stick right there. Just kind of put a little chip in the gel coat. Nothing too bad. Nothing we can't fix later. So let me rinse this off right here. And look at. I mean, that's awesome. Look how much that cleaned up, just one quick little scrub. I really want to see up in the front where we hit there. So let's hit right here and rinse off some of the soap so we can get a little bit of a better shot. See what it looked like. Look at that. Clean, not clean. Wow. Well, alright. I'm sure you don't want to sit around and watch me just scrub the boat. So I'm going to get to cleaning a little bit more, and we'll get back at you after we get some more done. So stay tuned, keep following along. Like that video. Don't forget to smash that like button. Help me out an awful lot. Keep bringing you some cool content, you know, and keep growing the channel. So thanks for your support. I'm going to wash down some more of this boat, and we'll catch you in a little bit. What's going on? So let's see what we got for progress. I'm in the boat, and you can see I vacuumed it all out, washed it all up. There's still a little discoloration on some of the vinyl, but I just gave it one quick scrub, a little bit of bleach, a little bit of Dawn. Cleaned the seats up pretty good. The bottoms still have a little discoloration down here. That's not too bad. Even for the seats and stuff, you know, it's clean. It's pretty decent. They actually make a vinyl spray paint. So if I wanted to put something down over the carpet and kind of hit those, which, you know, I probably will, just to kind of clean the bases up. Because you could buy the seats. I mean, I see the seats. Boy, you could buy a set of these seats for $50 off a marketplace all day long. Geez, probably even better than that. I can get them blue and white and match kind of the boat with the blue and the white, so it's really not that big of a deal. But you can see I washed all the windows, washed the console, got all underneath, all vacuumed up, washed the carpet, scrubbed that all out. Got a lot of the mildew that was growing in there out. Look how nice and clean that is. And look at this engine bay. That's how it's supposed to look. Nice and clean. So we put a little degreaser down there. Washed out the oil and stuff that was on the bottom. You know, we cleaned up in the back. I still got a little more there, but I'm out of degreaser. I mean, that doesn't really need anything, but I think I'm gonna get some more just to clean it all up while it's all open, so it'll be nice and clean. Because I don't like looking at stuff like that that looks like crap. You know, it just doesn't look like it was maintained. You know what I'm saying? It just looks dirty. I don't like that. Drives me crazy. So I am gonna get some more degreaser to take care of that. But what I want to do is kind of check a little bit on this engine here. So I don't know if it needs help spinning over, if the starter solenoid is garbage, or if the starter's garbage. But let's give it a try and see what we can do here and see if we can't figure it out a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to come over here. I had to clean this stuff out too. I just hadn't got to it yet. So that's powering up. You hear the fuel pump running. It's got power. Well, let's see what happens when I turn the key here. So I don't want to screw it up more than it already is. Well, let's see if, one, it's free. I mean, the kid said it ran and he had it running. That's just the water pump though, huh? I gotta turn down in here. Oh, I don't even know if I can get down in there. Got this bracket in the way. I could probably get a breaker bar in there, probably from the top here. This here should just be a water pump pulley. Yeah, it's a water pump pulley alternator. That's the crank down there on the bottom. The water pump spun. Alright, so I'm gonna have to go. The breaker is fine. It didn't trip the breaker, so it's got new plugs, new wires. I think he said that's a new fuel pump there, new filter. He said there was an oil change just done on it. Some electric was done on it last year, I guess. I don't know. So I'm gonna tap on the starter and see if I can't get a breaker bar on that crank and see if it can get it to at least rotate a couple times just to see if the engine's locked up. I'm really kind of thinking it is going to be the starter. I mean, unless he was like really kind of full of crap, which, you know, you don't know. Then the boat wasn't running a month ago. I could pull some spark plugs off too and see if there's anything in there. But the boat didn't sink, so what is it, a little Merc 120, right? Yeah, MerCruiser 120. Worst comes to worst, we'll just see if we can't find another motor to put in here too. Can't be more than a couple $100, and it doesn't look like it's that hard. And it looks like you're just gonna have this mount right here in the front. So you got that mount there in the front, not bushing, and there's just, yeah, mounts up right there to the transmission, I guess, the outdrive. So it just mounts to the outdrive, and the transom looks really good back there. I don't see any stress cracks, I don't see any cracks, I don't see any leaks or anything when I look back there either. So this boat is pretty good shape for $400 bucks. It's really not bad. Like I said, $400 bucks on a couple hours of cleaning. I mean, it takes me longer to clean because I can only do so much at a time, and I gotta stop because I'm in pain, like now. But alright, let me see if I can't do that. Tap on the starter, maybe rotate the crank. I can't do it with just one hand, so I gotta put you guys down, but I will be back, and I hope you are too. Thanks for watching along, and keep following. Once we get this spun over, we'll see what progress we made. We'll catch you soon. Alright guys, how we doing? So I ended up getting a breaker bar. I actually used this crowbar. I put it on that lower crank. I was able to rotate, break the engine free. I think the starter is staying engaged, but we do have some good news. She runs. Oh yeah, she runs. I think I'm going to hook the hose up to the back so that I start pumping water through so that I don't screw up the impeller. And I'm going to try running it through some gears. I also put the battery tender on it. So you see you got the battery tender over there, in case maybe the battery was just a little too dead to, you know, give it enough cold cranking amps to really spin it. It spun a couple times, then it fired up, made a little bit of a rattling noise. I thought maybe the motor was blown at first and there was like a loose piston in there slapping around, but I think it was just the starter and the flywheel. I shut it right off, hit the key again just to kind of, I mean, if it's blown, it's blown. Like, what else are you gonna do? You can't screw it up anymore, right? And I just kind of clicked it a couple times and it freed up, and then it just started that last time with no noise. So it could have been sitting and not had any oil, you know, to the top of like the motor, or you know, the cam or something like that, or even the out shaft. So I mean, you know, once everything started pumping through and lubricating, that last start, it just started right up with no noise. The fuel line was also loose. They must have been checking to see if they were getting fuel to the carburetor, but started right up. Like I said, I think it just sat long enough. I don't think the battery was charged enough, and I tapped on the starter and had to just loosen up the solenoid. So again, it was either the solenoid was stuck or the starter was no good, but obviously the solenoid was stuck. She fired right up. So far not bad for $400. She cleaned up good and the motor's running. So I'm going to shut you guys down for a little bit, because again, it takes two hands. I got to crawl back out of the boat. I'm going to hook some water up, get some water pumping through there. Then I'm going to start it up again and run through the gear, forward and reverse, and see what's up. And if that's it, geez, all I really need is a sheet of plywood. Maybe two, because I don't think I have any left. Excuse me. And I can build a new case or a new cover, a new engine cover. Get that all covered up. I don't really care about the seats right now. You know, we're just going to use it and have some fun. and we'll clean it up more, but this is basically just something to have some fun with. So I also have a trolling motor that I'm going to throw in here, just in case, you know, we happen to be out and something does happen. It can at least get off the water, right, or get back to shore. So, alright, let me hook up some water and we'll go from there. We'll catch you real soon.